Good afternoon, everyone. Today we want to introduce something we don't fear, but we should pay more attention to. There are many things we fear, but are they really dangerous? And there are many things we usually do because people think them to be harmless. And are they really safe to us? Not really. Let me take an example. Many people are afraid of taking an airplane because flying in an airplane may cause people at risk. But actually, car accidents happen more times than airplane accidents did. And I believe that no one has great fear of taking a car. And I want to explain why we are not afraid of something really dangerous and ignore things we need to be more cautious of. Because people always feel things are in their control, and they often overestimate their abilities. A mental phenomenon called availability heuristic. It is that people respond only to things that are easy to call to mind. And the media play an important role. If the media hardly talk about the danger of one thing, we may never know how dangerous it is. We divide the area into 4 parts, and these parts can tell us what is dangerous or not dangerous, and what we fear or not. Teddy bears can threaten us, and we don't fear them at all. We may fear flying in an airplane, insects, or cell phone, or the radiation of cell phone, but they are not that hazardous. We fear cancer, sharks, and virus because they are really dangerous. We may not have strong fear of global warming, nuclear war, and obesity, but they are really dangerous. Let me introduce the danger of obesity. A person had eaten much junk food and hadn't exercised for several days. He became different. And there are more and more people get obesity recently. It is a threat to your health. Excess obesity makes people have a hard time to move quickly, and it results in heart disease and even cancer. So we should take this phenomenon seriously. I take myself for example. The price of French fries in Kaohsiung is so cheap, so I ate French fries 3 times a week, and I feel I am getting obesity when I was play badminton. I feel I have a hard time to jump.
Tell us more about other dangers, potential dangers in our lives.
And smoking may cause people have cancers, but people fear cancer, but they don't fear smoking, and it is a danger to us.
Go back a slide and tell us more. Maybe the last one. No, the last one before that. With the 4 dimensions. Yes, this one. Tell us more. Just tell us anything you can think of about your topic.
We don't fear global warming because the temperature is increasing slightly, and we won't fear much about that. But it is a great impact on our Earth, so it is also dangerous too. Thank you for listening.
And I'll talk about smoking. First, what we know about smoking. We know that cigarettes contain tobacco, and nicotine is the main ingredient in tobacco. So, thinking in common sense, most smokers start quitting smoking. However, it's just because we know that something will kill us. It doesn't mean that we will stop doing it. Now we're talking about smoking causes cancer. Why smoking causes cancer? First, I'll introduce what cancer is. Scientists aren't really sure exactly what causes cancer. Cancer is essentially a breakdown in cellular reproduction, causing the cells to reproduce out of control. We know that exposure to certain chemicals, like carcinogens, increases the likelihood of cancer developing. But we also know that some people are exposed to those chemicals with no harmful effects, and other people develop cancer for no clear reason, and we'll talk later. And smoking versus lung cancer. We know that the most common cause of lung cancer is smoking. And there are substances within tobacco that are known to cause cancer. And these substances, we just mentioned it, that is carcinogens. And it is these carcinogens that cause actual damage to the cells in your lungs. And a cell that is damaged may become cancerous over a period of time. predict which smoker is at greater risk of developing lung cancer. In general law, a smoker's chance of developing cancer depends on, first, the age that the person began smoking, and second, how long the person has smoked, and third, how many cigarettes per day a person smokes. And research suggests that some people are more at risk of developing cancer if their body is not as easily able to deal with certain cancer-causing chemicals. This inability to neutralize cancer-causing chemicals is believed to be inherited. That is, they are genes from your parents. And our researchers also believe that in some people, when they come into contact with cancer-causing agents, their immune system, instead of neutralizing them, will actually make these agents more aggressive within your body. So such people, therefore, will be more sensitive to tobacco smoke and chemicals known to cause cancer. And it is reported that if smokers quit smoking before 30 years old, the risk of having lung cancer will decrease 90%. And other reports, the smoking population of women in Taiwan increases. And let's talk about this big diagram. This is smoking at greater risk of developing lung cancer. We can see the black line, that is the consumption, death rate from cancer of lung. And on the topmost line is the consumption of tobacco, and the second line is consumption of tobacco as cigarette. And you can see as time goes by, more and more people consume tobacco and they smoke more. So the lung cancer began, there are more and more people develop their cancer. This is smoking and lung cancer prevalence rate. You can see if you smoke more, and the more you smoke, your risk of your lung cancer will be more. And this is the correlation between smoking and lung cancer. You can see if you quit smoking more time, and you will be less risk to your health. And this is quite the same. If you smoke more, and you will be more danger. And this is the age you began smoking and the risk of having lung cancer. If you smoke, if you began smoking in your teenage, and your rate of having lung cancer will be much more than an adult. So that's what I want to tell you is just quit your smoking or just don't smoke. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today I want to introduce about global warming. Global warming affects the Earth's comprehensive. One of the most obvious phenomena is to feel rising temperature. Actually, it has origins in the world's called greenhouse effect. You can see this diagram. The sunlight penetrates the atmosphere to the Earth's surface. Part of the sunlight and the heat will be will be absorbed by greenhouse gases like this. In 18th and 19th century, the Industrial Revolution speeded up the industrial development of the whole world. However, its simultaneous damage our planet. More and more factories are built. The consumption of waste gases increased dramatically, like CO2, CH4, N2O, CFCs, PFCs, SFCs. Therefore, global warming is incredibly worsening. The melting of iceberg, it will influence the ecological balance. Since some species may face the effect of extinction. The second, the rising of average temperature. The tropical disease will spread to high latitudes and therefore threaten to creatures living there. Third, sea level rise. If the sea level rises, some coastal countries will encounter flood and even disappear, like Tuvalu. People living there are forced to move. You can see this diagram. In the future, can we still feel the four seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter? And look at the picture. And pay attention to the curve. You can easily find the annual average temperature is getting higher and higher. The lowest and the highest point is at minus 0.4, and the highest is almost 0.5. You guys may think there is just a few differences. However, the tiny gap will bring about serious damage to our ecology. Therefore, if we ignore the signs, we will suffer the consequence. What should we do? Save electricity. Because electricity is mainly generated by thermal power. In the process, it will make amounts of CO2. Second, take public transportation. When we go to school or go to work, we can take public transportation as much as possible. We will decrease the emission of those fuels. Third, eat local products instead of imported food. During the process of moving goods, transportation also made greenhouse gases. Therefore, eating local food can lower carbon footprint. Fourth, plant trees. Plants can absorb CO2. It can slow down the global warming effectively. Because of humankind's selfish and greed, if we we are not still aware of the severity, we will just let it all that it has nowhere to live. Someday we may face the same situation too. So if we can do something just like leaving the road, when we don't use the lamp, we could turn off. Or when we go to class, we just open the window and don't use the air conditioner.
You sure you want us to turn it off?
I think it's hot. It is so hot. That's all. Thank you.
And today I'm going to talk about the nuclear war. Above all, I think this is the things that we should really be clear of. Because first I want to introduce you about the non-called list of nuclear states. This is mainly about the country in the world that possess the nuclear weapons, and we can take a look at it. And this website, this is a website from CNN, and it's a diagram that all the countries that have nuclear weapons, and if we take a look at this is more detailed numbers about the nuclear bomb and the warhead that this country process. And I want to take a look at this. The United States and Russia, that is two of the most, the largest nuclear weapon. These two countries has the most nuclear weapon in the world, and the total of these two countries is more than other countries that also possess the nuclear weapon. So, because during the Cold War, these two countries are competing each other so they produce lots and lots of this bomb, and they still have these bombs in their countries now, and especially for the United States, that through a program called the NATO Nuclear Sharing Program. This means that the United States can deploy their bomb in other countries in NATO. NATO means the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The members are mainly about in the United States and Canada and most of the countries in Europe. So the US can put their bomb in lots of the countries in Europe, such as Germany and Italy and Turkey. And also, so the United States is the most dangerous country that have all these dangerous things. So, okay. And so, why we are not worried about the dangers of nuclear war? Because there's an illusion that we have under control and media. So we always think that this bomb is very safety stored in this country, and they are under control if we are are not using it, so it's not very dangerous if we don't use it. But this thing is very dangerous because if someone stole it or take it away from this country, and also the media doesn't usually talk about the nuclear wars. So we are not living under the shadow of nuclear wars, but I think it's quite dangerous to have these weapons in their countries. So, since we don't possess nuclear weapons in Taiwan, so but what about the nuclear power plant in our countries? And first, we should take a look at this diagram. This is the energy consumption, the world energy consumption by this energy consumption. It's how we generate electricity, and as we can see, the nuclear is the orange in this diagram. So in general, there's only almost 3% of our electricity come from nuclear, and this is the energy consumption of Japan. As we can see, the nuclear is the third line from the bottom, and as we can see, after the 2011 earthquake in Japan, Japan has shut down all of their nuclear power plants, and they don't use nuclear power to generate electricity anymore now. And this is the diagram of Taiwan, and as we can see, it's also the third line from the bottom, and still now we still using nuclear power to generate electricity. And recently there is also a lot of protest against the construction of the fourth nuclear power plant in Taiwan. So, and there's a lot of people saying that we should not continuously put nuclear power plant in our country. And so what should we fear about this nuclear power? And I think mainly is two reasons: the safety and the nuclear waste. There's a lot of nuclear waste produced every day through those nuclear power plants, and most of these waste are buried in Orchard Island in the east part of the east side of Taiwan, and that's our summary. That there's a lot of things we should worry about. So, but we should be smart to choose what's really dangerous, and we should identify this dangerous by getting as much information as we could. And this is our summary and our questions. First, why people are not afraid of things that are really dangerous? And second, make an example of something dangerous but people don't fear. And third, what are the results of obesity?